You're looking at BKBs, I think, to really be the big thing to take down objectives and be a formidable force inside the team fights. The big reason why they go the Beastmaster is the lane counter, and overall it's just a game counter to the Void. You're not cooldown reliant. Void wants a very slow paced game where it can drop chrono and not really be it can't be punished for that long cooldown, and the Beastmaster is completely otherwise. So I think for MIPH, BKBs and go. That is really it, because if you look at the late game, yes, it's a good way to start.
Be careful here. Yeah.
That is a great way to start as MIPH. We'll find our first blood, and they give it over to JG on the mid-Mars. So this is him closer to the bottle. After the bounties, he should have over 500 gold. So yeah, very, very important here for Mr. JG.
Yeah, incredibly important that they gave that one over there. Even spotting out Shazam here with the Hawk, but
they're going to go for Crush as well. Are on point, beautifully done with the Hawk, but Crush, no, he doesn't make it over because JG's timing with the God's Rebuke will cancel the chain over that tree line, and they find a second, and this
kind of like what we were expecting. It's looking like a bit more of a Crosswex build from Mercury here, not needing the damage aspect, although, I mean, you're up against a Beastmaster, so there's argument to say that Midas would be pretty decent, you know. I'm also just keeping an eye on this bottom lane with how exactly they're looking to play around these Call of the Wild Boars. Is Rapido going to look to wait until he's level 3 to summon the next one? I would assume so, because you get so much more value out of it. But Shazam needs to make sure he's on point with a Stroke of Fate, trying to take...
Still going to get aggressive before CZY is able to connect. So 5 will be okay. Cookie, Inkswell, bit awkward. I'm going to get the perfect positioning from Unknown. Probably utilize this one, so they are out of harm's way. Now this rotation from CZY will not be able to net them any kill. Now bottom lane, Mercury. Early rotation here with the help of the double damage room, but Rapido steps a little bit too far over. A beautiful TP down. They sense an opportunity and they pounce on it instantly. As you also see mid lane, I mean, you got CZY soaking up a little bit of experience. In fact, he's gonna... is Ken in trouble? Yes, sir. Ken is mega in trouble as Crush finds a solo kill. The stacks that he's been able to make, and I like that he's also kind of playing around Crush, who should be able to kill off T here. CZY actually tries to cookie himself forward. Now he's going to put himself in a position where JJ and Ken can pounce on the opportunity. The CZY will end up going down thanks to God's Rebuke Slam, but now I don't think you can deal with Crush, especially with Mercury. He's going to wrap the top instead, so bottom to top he goes, and they kill Ken for a second time this game.
But Mercury, he's doing what you want out of this Invoker. You know, again, it's very much a utility Invoker, giving a lot more of that damage over to the Timbersaw this game.
Oh, Shazam. Oh no, they missed the arrow. It's surely what? Shazam lives! Oh no, now Ken's gonna TP back, but there's not much a Wraith King. He might die again. Yeah, not might. He's gonna die again. Oh no, the Wraith King, third death in a row as Crush is up to a double. They're gonna get Shazam at least, so Lucifer with the solo kill on the river, but they are now hunting the Mirana. They will not be able to catch up though.
No leaps for 5 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No way. Okay. Well, one second. It's going closer to Unknown. He's got the one on the high ground. It's not gonna matter. They should have the time dilation slow to be able to catch up. All they need is one more punch after the cookie. And Unknown will find it. What a start to summon. I mean, it's a very mild net worth lead. Nothing crazy. But their movement's been really on point through the early game.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Looks like, I mean, and the fact that Shazam is probably going to be able to delay this push for quite some time is a big credit to him, just being able to do it solo. JG and
Lane, JG is going to step onto Mercury. Doesn't get the God's Rebuke damage. Nice cookie. Gets him out of the arrow pathing. So, I mean, should be okay with the Invoker. They're going to try and deal with Crush instead, who chains aggressively into the middle. With Hood completed, I don't know if you kill Crush. They don't have an answer to the Timbersaw at all. So, that is... yeah, Summit don't get any kills, but you survive all the ultimates. Exo, Arena, all on cooldown. Now they're going to look to smoke and once again play aggressively.
It's a lot of push happening down towards this bottom side, though. You've got the siege creep, you've got the rallied skeleton warriors as well.
Crush has got the reincarnation.
Radiant's bottom
But like you
tower
said,
is
they're
under
moving bottom,
attack.
pathing the way to Rapido's location. This Mortimer Kiss is going to be laid down. Beastmaster will be killed off. No remorse from Summit. As Danog, their movements are very clean.
Mm-hmm.
An aggressive early game for them, but now they're at the position where you've kind of slowed down Made in Philippines and you're happy with getting that farm. Your mine is soon to be completed, which actually it is completed now. And I think maybe once Unknown has BKB, then you might consider another fight. They're going to smoke though Made in Philippines. They're going to see Unknown, the jump in instantly, but the burst, is it going to be there? Oh yes, sir. The arrow flies to get the connection and a big kill for Made in Philippines. As now they're going to look to retreat away. I don't think they'll get an objective out of this with the extra, but you're happy with finally getting a kill across the map.
You would have to say Summit are probably in the better position vision-wise, just because they've got complete understanding of their side of the map, so you know exactly where Made in Philippines are. They've got all of their ultimates available, and they've smoked up, but it's into a Moonlight Shadow. So yeah, this is this big Roshan timing. They should see... Oh, kind of surprised that they didn't follow the Ancient Thunderhide to see that Rosh is potentially happening, but they don't have scan available, so might be a bit slow.
Yeah, they just used it. Scan went red on Lucifer on the high ground, so they're going to get Roche uncontested. Oh, wow. No, I mean, that's huge. Maybe they'll still take the fight, JG. He's going to fly into the middle, but they're not doing enough damage onto Crush. He's falling lower and lower for the moment. The Raw to control, and all right, they actually bring him down. And now Ken chasing Unknown further back. He's got the Chrono. The threat of this could be difficult for Made in Philippines, but Unknown's going to use a defensive BKB, and there we go. A big victory for Dire. Now, this is... They can look to get some towers now. I mean, you got multiple lives to play with, so kind of the big burst potential that Summit are relying on might not be as much of a factor.
Dire are scanning.
Alright, what's the play now from Dire? Timber's going to show on the lane. Raw's back up. They can definitely kill the Timber again. Chain control. Cookie gonna replace him for the moment. Still with the Raw to fly, and there's that damage coming to play. Crush is able to get the Lotus up of it. No! The arena still, they pin him to the tree, and JG finds the damage required to slam away the life of the Timber. So beautifully done as Made in Philippines. Alright, continuing to build some momentum. T2 clean.
Free towers.
Radiant's top
Why not?
tower is under attack.
Free real estate. Very important for Dire. They're starting to stack up a net worth lead now, and you've got the Aegis for another 2 minutes, so plenty of time to take a fight. But Radiant, they feel like they're the ones in fighting
around.
shape. See how they can angle them to the fight. Unknown Smoke's gonna pop. They just jump him? Ken's gonna feel like that. Actually wants to aim the Invoker instead. Ken in the middle, but there we go. The Chronosphere to the backline, clipping 2. Now with the Mortimer Kiss is getting laid down. The damage. JG needs to protect himself, but he's still got the BKB. Transition to the north. He's going to be okay, but all eyes on Ken. Reincarnation, Aegis dealt with, so he's only got 1 life to play with. Where's the rest of Dire? They're not even going to get into the middle to protect Ken. 3 lives, and they get rid of all of them. It's JG. Oh no, he didn't even land any abilities off the arena, so that is a huge victory for Summit.
Gold.
Gem as well for the Mirana. Love this item. Arrow. Marcus Crush actually just going to run into the middle, but Crush.
And him again.
Gotta respect the damage. Ken's into the middle. The Raw, the chain control, and Timber's going to be killed off, and now they're also on the high ground. But nice heads up TP out. CZY is going to have the same fate. They might have seen the cookie placement, and they do. JG on point with the spears, able to cancel that TP, and no, 2 for nothing as Ken gets the double. That gives him the level 18 now as well, so he has the maxed out reincarnation to play with. I really want to... Unknown's going to be too far away from the level 20, but that's huge. You just got Invokers level 20 with the Alacrity. And now if you can get Unknowns as well with the attack speed, that's going to be a lot of damage in the Chrono. JJ's going to jump. Instant BKB from Unknown. He's going to be able to counter initiate, but wants to target the backline instead, so they're going to take the Beastmaster out of the equation. Both offlaners will not be online, but Mercury, he stepped up too far. Ken trying to lock onto his target, but a cookie to reposition. Do they have the detection? Do they have anything to catch up to him? They don't. Deafening Blast, Ken, he's out. But the rest of Summit, will they be as fortunate? Looks like Drazam, well, he'll run down into Ken, who will cut down the life of the Grimstroke, and in the end, it will be a 2-for-1. Definitely an interesting item.
Then
Kind of tends to happen with these new ones. You crap for a little bit, then you're broken, and then all of a sudden nerfed in the grave, and it'll come back in a year as a maybe value in the meta. All right, we'll see what's gonna happen with this Moonlight. Trying to part their way towards a triangle. Ken's gonna lead the charge into the Snapfire. He goes. It's a lot of damage to the Chrono, but he's gonna be cautious because Unknown as well is beating to the Wraith King. First life taken care of, but they don't have the Chrono for this skirmish. Ken's gonna pop the BKB, look to turn to deal with the supports. Now he's got the Faceless Void he can aim over. The Ken, nice retreat, but you've got to get out now. BKB is expended, but the Chrono coming back up shortly with the Sunstrike off the mark for Mercury, so Lucify still will be chased down nonetheless. In the end, a 3-for-1. You buy back on the Snapfire. Very messy fight, and then also a BKB from Mercury, but yeah, very messy fight. Game time.
Very scary to have to face into this.
Dire's middle tower
Look at
is
them
under attack.
charging down the map. None's gonna run straight into Tiki. Should be an easy kill. Gotta keep an eye on Crush as he's away from the team. Spirit Vessel out, so the damage over time. Crush just gets the BKB off of the chains. Not fast enough as Ken is still looking to play with T-Hugh. Pop the Exo. Pretty survivable on the Death Prophet when they're not able to commit. And they gotta get out. Oh, Lucify's in the middle. Holds back one. It'll give up his life for that. And Unknown's gonna jump in instead. They got the Cataclysm. There we go. 1-2 punch, and that's enough to get rid of the Mars. And now Unknown, he's chasing for another target. Ken's still playing with the Reincarnation. They've got to respect the damage with the Wraith King under the tower. Down goes the Faceless Void, but Mercury's going to be okay. He's on the other side of the objective. Ken's going to be slow to connect. Rapido doesn't have the roar as well, but Mercury is getting no movement speed out of the Ghost Walk now. They should be able to close the distance. Mercury. There we go. They get the dive bomb. CZY flying to safety, but a cookie wasn't available. So they've lost Mercury. And now they're going to even be buying back on Lucify. They want to catch out some stragglers. Into the backline they go. Eyeing up Unknown. Time lock into the river. Ooh, sidestep. No way. They got okay, they do. They got a sentry. Quadrazam is going to run out of range, but they got a big crit with another sentry laid down. And in the end, man in Philippines, a decent fight into the Aegis advantage.
They're starting to build into the Wraith Pact on the Mirana as well, so she's going to have that soon-ish, I would say. At the very least, the Vladimir's offering is going to be coming up shortly, which...
He's got it. Okay, Ken. Gonna turn to the Invoker. Couple of crits for the moment. Has the 25 as well. Off to the side, they blow up the Grimstroke. Still, all our attention's on Ken at the moment. Now with the ultimate on cooldown, Unknown's going to be able to drop the Chrono. They've got the Cataclysm as well for the full burst. There's no way they can keep him alive, but maybe they can still take the fight afterwards. It's JG. Pops a refresher. The second arena to be able to blow up the Void. And now made in Philippines, they can target for more. A Diabulb holding back Mercury, but they're respecting Summit. They know this Timber. So someone that can output a lot of damage in the fights is Crush. Actually looking to posture aggressively, but they're off the mark in the Spear. Now all of a sudden, JG's in trouble. He needs some help. He needs it now. Arrow's going to give him a little bit of breathing room, but it will not matter. Great cookie from CZY. Cuts down the life of one, and they're looking for more. Already on to the next. They go from Summit. Looks like MIPH. They're out. They've been able to reposition, so all they will lose is two, maybe Repeater? What's going on? Shazam's going to TP in. It's got no one else.
Mercury.
You just lost the fight. So if they don't heavily kill Crush, like if you don't fully focus him, well, he's just going to 1v5. Is he, like, that's it. Look at the Scepter. It can just, he gets evaporated. And now all of a sudden, you don't have Reincarnation, so Unknown, if he wants to, he can drop the Chrono. They give the Alacrity over on the Faceless Void, just ripping apart the second life. Down goes Ken. And made in Philippines, they got to get out. Torpedo TP will just make it. JG, blink up in 3 seconds. Crush will not be able to fly on over, but... Oh,
I mean,
Radiant's bottom tower
that was
is
just
under
Ken
attack.
walking into a lane for no reason, though. That probably isn't the way a lot of these team fights should be beginning. They're just going to look to push forward.
They're gonna try
Finally,
to
the
defend
13
this?
tower.
JG gets a connection. He's got the arena to play with as well. Double speed, but where's the damage? Without the Wraith King, yes, you're able to get rid of the Invoker, but it means Unknown has a free fight. He's got a time lock over the arena walls. Onto Mars they go. They don't have buybacks on Day. You took the fight without buybacks, and now T's in trouble. Running deeper inside the territory, back to the safety of the T4 towers. But oh no, your base soon to be in shambles.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yep.
attack. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's
I'll go
middle
the safer route.
barracks has fallen.
Understandable. High stress
Dire's
situation.
top tower is
You want to
under
go the safer option,
Dire's top
but
tower
it'll still
has
be
fallen.
2 lanes of racks.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
It's actually going the Wind Waker as well on Mirana. Very close to picking it up. Only about 250 gold away or so.
Dire's
Okay.
top
Be
barracks
very
We're going to try and defend the tower. They want to catch the heroes out to the west instead. They might run into Mercury, or Mercury's going to run into them. And no, they're on the retreat. They're on the retreat. They're not grouped up. Crush able to give them the high ground vision unknown. He just stops the chrono. It's onto
Oh,
the Beastmaster as
Beastmaster.
well. He ran into the bubble. And the Cataclysm rains down the damage. And now in the
That's
river
game.
as well. That is game as Ken. We can hope and it can pray that it can deal damage. If the bashes are raining out, the G's, Accord, and Summit will take out game 1 in the qualifying best of 3.
Radiant victory.
It was a great Timbersaw pick. Not too much done to deal with it, unfortunately. And I mean, they had the majority of the draft to be able to do so, right? Like it was first phase Timbersaw, and I don't see anything outside of the support Death Prophet that's going to be able to actually address it all that heavily. And honestly, I don't think he played it that amazingly outside of the laning stage. A lot of unnecessary deaths there by Crush, but at the end of the day, he was still dealing the most damage in the entire game. I'm still not exactly seeing the greatest heroes at being able to get on top of this Rubik and get on top of this Grimstroke. Like,
Prepare for
Lashrak
battle.
doesn't really want to go a Blink Dagger before, like, I'd say 5th item to be able to do that. You know, a Medusa absolutely doesn't want to be doing that either. Snapfire doesn't want to do it. Shaman, sure, but you're not doing it for the damage purposes. You're doing it for that initial lockdown. And you're going to need vision to do that, which they don't have the heroes to give vision. So
Now, what about this mid matchup? It was the last pick, Sand King. We kind of didn't really speak about it too much. Do we like this hero on Mercury? Do we feel like it's kind of the role they were needing with their last pick? Which feels like
sorry, bot lane, He's getting chased up a little bit here.
might be our first blood. Crush. Gonna need one more chain with the help of CZ's punch, and there we go. First blood picked up. You were speaking about the supports on summits being the MVP so far, and well, giving first blood over to the Rubik in a game where he has so many great abilities to steal could be scary.
EasyY is going to be here to soak up a lot of it. Oh, Lucify actually with the backline. Nice use of the lift though to be able to stop the cookie coming through.
JG's out of mana.
Take him down. Well,
No, no, one more right click. Doesn't matter with the Fable, damage reduction. And our Tihi's...
Middle tower is
There we
under
go.
attack.
Give him the clarity. Give him the salve. Give him the main goal as well. Mercury's back in. He's got 3 points in the Sandstorm. This should be enough to get rid of Lucify. One more right click, a cookie to reposition. And Lucify is out. So Mercury would have loved to get that influx of gold, but not going to be the case. Mars out of the meta.
it was just in response to like what you were saying before about how well he's trading against the Faceless Void.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Why does
attack.
Zamaz have 100 extra attack range than almost every other melee hero that's name isn't Monkey King?
Yeah, it's a good question. Is Mars in trouble for the moment? Deals with Embrace. They could turn it around with a cookie stun. Just needs to line up the spear. Finds the tree. Rapido will slam home one of the killers there. Beautifully done and a great rotation, because meanwhile bottom lane, JG is going to mirror this movement across the map, and this is perfect. This is how the Lashrak is able to deal with the Timber. So you have a very early damage spike in your level 6.
Yeah, I just really like the way that Made in Philippines are playing this time around. They're playing around their strengths. They're addressing the big issues that were picked up early in the draft by Summit. And even, you know, the last pick overall, the Lashrak into the
Teehee.
skanking.
Oh,
the
that's
Soul Bane.
cute. They sold the serpent once, though. It's going to pop it on the higher ground, so it's difficult to enter. Oh, 1-for-1 in the end, and they don't reveal the blink on Mercury, although he's pathing actually underneath the Observer Ward, so they should be scouting this one out. As Crush is going to move all the way up to top with Mercury nearby, revealing the blink in the end, so it would be a 2-for-1. See?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
smoke
all
on
right. There's
smoke,
a team
JG.
fight. I'll
This
let
is
you go.
big Mercury. Oh, that's beautiful. Double Burrow Strike. And now with the Epicenter, that is plenty of damage. And he even gets a regen for good measure.
Is under attack.
Again, it's like, what do you have to combo together with it? They'll be able to get another pick off here onto Lucify for free. For free.
For free?
But yeah, like I know you said that
They're gonna run
there's
to the
more
Mars.
damage.
There's the first stun, Mercury with the follow-up T. He's gonna TP in, but there's really nothing the Shadow Shaman can do. Rapido drops the arena, but again, to no avail. And now they got the ward on the high ground to try and chase down Ken. That does reveal the ward placement. Meanwhile, back to the lane we go. So wards drop a T. He oversteps the boundary. And now they're... Oh, he got cliffed. And he tried to Manta out. Oh, no, hate to see it.
He's got TP, it's fine. It's still just going to be Crush goes in first. Maybe Mercury gets a stun follow-up from it. And then Chronosphere to layer over the top of that.
Oh, they're going to move past T. He
Ken's not the
straight
one
to
you want to run
Ken.
into first. Oh, I thought they were going to cliff him. Fortunately, they were just off the
They
point
got the high
there.
ground ward. Unknown's gonna drop. Okay, Chrono onto 2. The fall damage,
great
it's
start.
not gonna be there though. JG, he got the BKB off, so he's gonna be okay. Meanwhile, inside the arena, they turn their attention to blow up the Mars. So 2 down, but Ken, he's still in fighting shape. He just got the Silver's Edge complete. It's gonna turn towards the backline, trying to deal with the supports. The telekinesis kiting Ken. Now they're over to Crush instead. Teehee looking to buy back and off for the chain control. They're even dropping the Mortimer Kisses, but Crush still has the BKB in the arsenal, so easily shrugs off the magical damage, and he is out of harm's way. And that is a bit of a victory for Dire. Yes, you pop some ultimates. In the end, a 2 for nothing.
Again, it's another one of these instances where you're losing a tower but not actually getting anything in response. Unknown just spending his time in the jungle as opposed to pushing in the lane, forcing the tower to take a lot more damage. It'll still be tickled a little bit, but I mean, this tower should nearly be dead in my eyes.
We do see the read as well to buy a gem.
Ken's just walking forward, doesn't care. He's basically playing the scouting role here. Lose a fight, trying to stay in the fog.
Oh, he popped the BKB instantly. They're going to try and blow up the Snapfire instead. Spears him up to a tree. Unknown's actually going to look to get out to the south. BKB soon to expire! Oh, that was... Jesus Christ. Not Ken. We'll find CZY. Blink, unfortunately, was still on cooldown, but a spear not going to buy enough time. The JG will fly over the tree line to bring down the Rubik, instantly taping to the outpost, but that will be stopped in its tracks. Both sides have great ways to initiate fights, but it's just, can you get the jump onto the right target, that person you want to blow up? But it looks like it's Ken for the moment. They're going to drop everything for the Medusa. Chrono laid down as well.
Good Chrono.
Do they have the damage to go through at the moment? It's looking like it might be the case. They're trying to do whatever they can to protect. Finally, she'll be killed off, but the consequence might be too dire. It's JG and Repeater have a free fight. Let's track charge to the middle. Dumping down damage left, right, and center, and now they can try and blow up Crush. But nice change to the northern side. Crush will be okay. In the end, it's going to be a 4 for 2 and the buyback coming out from CZY.
Unfortunately, just stealing the split shot there. Not sure if CZY is going to get too much value out of that one.
Oh, what do you mean? He's going
And
to...
the Dream, of course,
Gonna
is
go-
stealing the
Radiant's top
sphere.
tower is under attack.
No. CZY is going to look to itemize for damage. He'll go crazy with his high ground defense. Watch this. Ken losing a lot of
waiting.
his mana. Yeah, decent. Very well done. Sandstorm into Crush's DPS is actually going to push him back. So how much damage did they get on the tower?
He could probably solo kill this Slash Rack if he's not careful. Look at his positioning here in the trees. He wants to wait until this Yasha gets delivered to him. Look at the TPs coming through as well.
He's going to see. He sees. They know exactly where he is. They know exactly where he is, but JJ can't be the first to show, and he won't be. Mercury's nearby with a double bow strike. You can't group up, but they do just that. Oh, that's beautiful. The Sand King to the rescue, sets up for the double corner, and now they are out with murder. Maybe.
That's it. This is the counter initiation that I keep talking about. Mercury is just doing it incredibly well. He's hiding for now. He's still got 5 seconds left on that TP scroll, but he should be able to get away to safety. That's exactly the play that you needed, right? You just can't be playing solo anymore. Now that he's got this level 20 talent, you can get 100 to 0 if your name is not Medusa. And
Just going to charge in the middle before Summit are able to get set up.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
The Menace can
Dire's middle
back
tower
up the
is
snake.
under
Good old
attack.
snake. There you go. Menace gone. Leashing together. It's a lot of damage on the first life. 10 seconds. You gotta get out. You got to get out there, making
Chrono's
sure.
in two.
He's
Chrono's
trying to
in
let the
two.
tower do the damage. Unknown's going to jump in, gets the chrono. Hang on a second. Just wait a couple of seconds and they do it. Oh, they're beautiful with the timing, and Unknown turns to try and bring down Repeater, but he's going to be cautious as well. JG's going to step inside the arena, but he's able to time lock in. Back out they go, and now Repeater is stuck inside the stolen Serpent Wards. It's Summit Gaming. Oh, they had the timer. That was perfect from them.
Oh.
Yeah. Ruby's gonna buy back. You got Grim up in 20. No glyph as well for Dire. Ken is level 25 though, so has the split shot modifiers.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh no, there we go. The double stun, Timber. It's gonna be okay. Unknown's not gonna jump in.
He didn't
but they
chrono.
used the Mask of Madness before the Chronosphere. Red
Oh,
Gamer's
no.
green game, but it's not gonna matter. Void's killed off. He's got a buyback. Repeater's really deep inside the base. The Soulblind
that's a really good
triple
one.
stun Mercury. Now he's trying to get the ultimate out, but the epicenter pulses. Ken, he's so far away from the team, but he might be able to do it all. He got plenty of mana back to stand his ground, but Unknown pummeling down the life of the Medusa. So Unknown, he had to buy back. It was a very awkward start of the fight for the Void, but there is a condition now. If they do kill the Faceless Void, then maybe Made in Philippines can turn this around, JG. Link up in a couple of
Doesn't want to run to the right.
seconds.
You don't want to
He's
run
under
towards
ward.
the Faceless Void.
Oh. Oh.
Kill this Medusa with 2 lives, though. This is the thing that made
Repeater's gonna
Medusa
jump.
so...
They know the BKB and Aeon Disc are both on cooldown, but a great defensive telekinesis chucks Mercury out of harm's way. And they used the Soulbind early, leashing 2 of the cores together, but Medusa's able to stand her ground, kill off the objectives.
They're baiting the BKBs as much as they can. Just zipping in and out on Unknown. And I feel like that's the call. They're saying, don't get baited out by this. Just stand your ground. You've got the second knife. You've got all of us behind you.
Doing barely any damage to Ken. Barely any. Just stood in that sandstorm for a good 20 seconds, and he's still got 2/3
Not
resources.
Maybe, if the range creeps could do it.
Mercury!
Oh.
Holy moly.
Dire's top tower is Radiant's bottom tower has
He's level
fallen.
25 though, so he's got that blind aspect, which is very good against the Medusa.
Get rid of the wards, quick. Drop the double wards on T here. That was the refresher shard used from the previous Roche.
Dire's structures are
Decent
fortified.
chunk of damage dealt on Ken.
Dire's top tower
All his mana are soon to be gone. Great timing with the telekinesis as well. Mercury's actually going to use the epicenter. They're looking to get rid of the first life, and they might be able to do so without committing heavily, Ken. Ooh, gobble up Lucifer. Oh, that's
Nice.
beautiful, Lucifer. But they're still hunting. They still get him. They still get him.
Guys outside the base.
And now Unknown can drop the Chrono. It's early on before the respawn. The E-Blade used
Where's
to
the
fence
damage?
but unleash. He stepped inside the bubble. It will not matter. The arena on the backside, so no one's able to step in and provide the extra damage. It's going to cost Repeater his life. Pops a refresher. Second round of the arena. And now Ken in the middle. The damage is starting to stack up. You need to avoid the Medusa. Kite her at all costs as Ken charging to the middle onto the Timber. So they go with the chain control thanks to Teehee. Timber's gone.
Unknown's dead.
Unknown's next as well. That's a dieback for the Void. Ken, he wants more blood and he should soon find it in Mercury's life. Pinned up to a tree thanks to Rapido's crush. Flies on over. I don't know if the Timber can really do much. He just brought back. It's such a heavy commitment that once again, trying to aim the Medusa full resources in the carry of Made in Philippines. And they will not be able to blow up Ken. Oh.
There's no reason for him to really back off, though. They used absolutely everything to take him down. You might have 0 mana, but just walk up onto the high ground. What can they do? You know there's no Faceless Void for 90 seconds. Still playing so cautiously, though. The impact of these DPC qualifiers, right?
They're gonna jump. They're gonna jump. They're gonna try and blow him up. He's out of
Oh,
mana.
wow.
They might be able to do
Where's
so.
the team?
The team's not there. Medusa's gonna buy back. Deuce's buying back to look to rejoin, but Rapido, once again, they're playing away. Rapido falling lower and lower. BKB trying to move towards camp, and now with the Medusa buyback, they need to get out because of the backline. JG is killed off to support. T's gonna be brought down from Crush to BKB. Not enough to protect him for the moment, but Mercury, where's the detection? Where's anything? A bar
Only
striking out
Lesh
to
has
the west.
buyback.
It might not matter though. They're onto the Medusa once again. Medusa might fall. She didn't pop the mana shield. She didn't use mana shield. And now Lesh, he's in trouble. Completely surrounded. 5 down without the Faceless Void. And somehow Summit hold.
The fuck was that? Like, how could you not use Mana Shield in a team fight? Oh no! Just such a simple mistake could end up costing them the entire qualifiers. It'll push them down into that lower bracket if they're able to capitalize. With all that time wasted, Void could buy back if he wanted to now, but he doesn't need to. He's going to be able to TP all the way through to the outpost. They've got a nice little arcane rune to pick up for themselves, and look at Crush. He has no cares in the world.
They are in prime position. You gotta wait for the Shaman. Maybe even wait for the Mars. Again, they don't push fast. Who's got the Wraith Pact? Okay, it is the snap. 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It should take that long. They should be able to hold off until the Mars. Has he got double arena? He does, so they can try and protect T. He's gonna jump at an instant BKB from Unknown, but they've used it pretty early on, so they do have to play pretty passively now. Arena's gonna jump, JT with a flop, but the defensive telekinesis, Unknown is out. The double arena's not gonna lock the Faceless Void inside, and now Mercury's in. A gigantic epicenter onto the Lesh. That's all their damage. That is all their damage. Deuce is up in fire, but it might be too long. Focus are thrown. And they're even going to drop the Corona for it to secure it. They've done it. Summit Gaming, a 2-0. And they will be the first team to qualify to the Summit Tour for the Division 2. Oh my, beautifully done.
You know, I'm sure Ken's going to be kicking himself for making such a simple mistake like that. He was farming like an absolute beast. He was the raid boss